Welcome back, guys. Tom Maxel here at Sweet Manufacturing. On our new EBC, I'm going to demonstrate to you how to remove the inspection panel and remove the troughing idlers. I'd like to add that all of the bolts within this process are 9/16. So you have a ratchet with a socket for 9/16, you're good to go. As you can see here, I'm going to be using an electric impact. You're welcome to do so. Just be mindful if you do. These bolts are not to be torqued down overly tight. They're just holding the inspection plate on. There's no reason to over tighten them. So once we have our inspection plate off, you're gonna see that there's two bolts in here, one on each side. I'm gonna remove these bolts, and that's gonna allow the idler to pivot down and be removed without disassembling the top hip covers or removal of the belt. So once we have the idler pivoted down, there's two locking brackets. One on the outside here, as well as one on the inside underneath the belt. The one on the outside, if you're using an electric ratchet, you can loosen this, but the one back there, you're gonna have to use a ratchet on in order to access it. Both of these, it's not necessary to remove the hardware, it just needs to be loosened enough that it can move within the slots. Once the brackets are loosened, they just simply slide them outwards, which will allow the shaft to be open on the top. From that point, you can just lift the idler up and out of the holder. At this point, I'm going to show you how to reinstall your new idler. Your new idler is going to be similar to the way that you took it out. The slots here match the grooves that are cut out in the shaft. So from this point, you're just going to simply sit your idler back in the slots. With your idler sitting in place, you're going to push the locking collars back into place and tighten down the hardware. And again, back underneath the belt. At this point, as you can see, we have our idler locked in place. We're gonna take the assembly and push it back up the hinge and reinstall the bolts. Okay, our idler's back in place, replaced with fresh one. Now all we gotta do is reinstall our inspection door, and we're on to the next one. That concludes our video on how to replace an idler. As you can see, it could easily be done with one man. It's very convenient. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us at sweetmfg.com. Thank you and have a nice day.